Amazon has become very, very competitive. There are no more categories now on Amazon. The free, easy money can be made. Now you've got to be strategic. You've got to be smart. You've got to know what you're doing. So how do you launch your product onto Amazon? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to do that. Now, if you like this kind of content where I'm helping you build your business on Amazon right here in Australia, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and that way I'll know that you want more information like this. Also consider subscribing to my YouTube channel because we post brand new content just like this each and every day. And also, if you've got any questions whatsoever, post below in the comments and I'll be sure to get them for you. All right, let's get into the launch. How to launch a product on Amazon. So, well, there's a couple of interesting things here. So if I was launching a product right now, September the 20th, I would be launching it with a view to do something. So I'd either have a specific goal of launching it for Christmas, or I'd be launching it for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, which is coming up end of November. I'd have a goal. I'd have something that I am shooting towards. Okay, and I think that's probably the first piece of advice for you, is to have a goal as to what you're shooting towards. There are lots of buying holidays, big buying holidays on Amazon: Christmas, Valentine's Day, Father's Day, Mother's Day, There's lots of those, and it's great to, if nothing else, the discipline of shooting towards that will make you react and make you take more action towards getting it so you actually meet your goal, okay? But I think that's an important first place to start. Now, next place to start will be assuming, of course, that you have found a wonderful product that is in demand and you have done something to that product to make it your own. So gone are the days where you could sell any old piece of shit on Amazon, like a garlic press or something like that, vegetable spiralizer. Those days are gone. You simply cannot do that anymore. You must think it through now. You must be strategic. You must think about your customer. You must do something to the product. You cannot just sell the same thing that 100 other people are selling and expect it to work. It just won't. It just won't. Because you'll be left competing on price and reviews, and you'll get your ass kicked by Chinese sellers selling directly, okay? So to make any e-commerce business work now, you've got to be a lot more strategic. You've got to think it through. So given that you've done that, then the next thing, of course, is your listing. So making sure your listing is done properly with a great title, utilizing all the great things we know about putting a title together, with great images, utilizing the images. And again, this is something Inner Circle and Diamond People I'm going to go into in ludicrous amounts of detail for you. But that your images have to tell a story. Your images have to be storytellers now. So you can't just put a image up and expect that to work. Your image now has to, in effect, tell the story of your product in a visual fashion. So your images, just to give you a little quick, tiny little insight, your images should tell the story of your bullet points. And your bullet points should tell the story of the benefits for your specific target market of them using that product, okay? Specific target market. So your images should be a visual representation of your bullet points. Assuming you've got that done, okay? So when you first list a product onto Amazon, you get a bit of a honeymoon. You get an Amazon honeymoon. And what that really means is Amazon doesn't quite know what to make of you. It's not quite sure what it should do with your listing. It's not quite sure if your listing is going to turn out to be an amazing seller that's going to make it a shitload of money, because that's of course what Amazon's focused on, making itself a shitload of money. It's not quite sure if that's going to do that. And so what it will do for 2 weeks is it will test your product in various spots on the search engine results page. So when you do a search, wireless Bluetooth mobile for kids, you get presented with a search engine results page, or SERPs for short, and it will test putting your product onto this page in various different spots to see how it goes. Okay, so you could quite easily find yourself, for instance, somewhere like here, in amongst people who've got 43,000 reviews, 12,000 reviews and ratings, or 300 of them. You could find yourself there quite possibly, okay? So you should take advantage of that. And so when you launch, you should be prepared to launch. And what that means is, if you launch without any reviews, you're going to struggle to make sales. Simple as that. So part and parcel of the launch that you want to engineer for yourself is that you are ready to get reviews as soon as your product goes live on Amazon. You're ready to get some reviews. You should not anticipate or expect a customer to blindly trust you. They won't. They will want to see that other people went first, which is the same as when you go to a restaurant. Nobody wants to be first into a restaurant. They want to see other people eating there. It's that same principle applied, okay? So when you launch, you've got to have that in place, ready to go. So your product goes live. You now know you've got 14-day window where Amazon's going to try things out, test what's going to happen. And so you've got to take advantage of that by making it easy for customers to buy your product and to trust to buy your product. And one aspect of that is by engineering reviews. Let's put it that way. Now, you're probably going to say to yourself, how do I engineer reviews? If you come up to the AOE website and go to Q&A archive, in there are lots and lots of ways that I have taught you how to engineer your own radishes, which is what we call them, how to become a farmer and farm your own radishes. There's heaps of those in there, okay? So take some time, go through them. You definitely want to do that. The other thing I would suggest you absolutely do for a launch, and for some categories, this is all you'd need to do. The other thing I totally suggest you do is, as soon as you've got 4 to 5 reviews, and you want to get them as quickly as possible, you want to launch Amazon PPC and you want to launch Google PPC as quickly as you possibly can, okay? Don't do those until you've got some reviews. You'll be, for the most part, wasting your money, because you're going to expect people to go first, and nobody wants to go first. They want to see that other people have tried your stuff, you didn't steal their money, and the product arrived and it was fit for purpose, okay? So engineer them and then launch Google PPC and Amazon PPC as well. And for 80% of the things you're going to sell in Australia, for instance, that's enough. That's all you would need to do. Pretty simple. And given that you have found and put together a product that your customers want, and you've done that with a wonderful listing that tells the story of your product properly, then you'll get the Amazon effect working for you, where people start to buy your product, they start to leave reviews and ratings for your product. The more that happens, the more people buy your product, the more they leave reviews and ratings, and it's like a virtuous cycle for you, okay? That's the very abridged version of launching a product, but that will work for 80% of the things in Australia. USA is different because it's more competitive. You must do more. And if you've got a more competitive category that you're going after, let's suppose you're going to try and go after protein powder, where some very, very deep-pocketed marketers go play, because you can make a lot of money there, then again, you'll need to do more for that too. All right, you'll need to do more for that too. But for most people, that's a great place to start. Just doing that will put you ahead of the vast majority of Amazon sellers. That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A session with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We are the fastest growing e-commerce community right here in Australia. Over 2,600 members from Australia and some other countries as well. We let some other folks in with sales of over $50 million on Amazon this year alone. If you'd like to find out more about what we do and indeed come and join us so you can learn too, then get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. The link is in the description, and I'll see you on the inside.